Mr. Chairman, we can all agree the climate is changing. We need to take positive steps to address it. However, I oppose H.R. 9 because it's just a messaging bill that's dead on arrival in the Senate and that the President will veto. I oppose H.R. 9 because, among other problems, it attempts to codify President Obama's unrealistic and unilaterally determined greenhouse gas reduction pledge under the Paris Agreement. This pledge was submitted on behalf of the United States without any notification, consultation, or role for Congress. At a recent hearing, when asked whether any of the witnesses agreed that President Obama should have submitted the Paris Agreement to the Senate for ratification, all witnesses, including the 3 Democrat witnesses, agreed it should have been submitted to the Senate. In addition to not involving Congress, the Obama administration also did not seek meaningful input from private sector stakeholders, such as energy companies. And not only that, the administration provided no cost-benefit analysis or economic justification to rationalize its pledge, its arbitrary pledge to cut greenhouse gases by 26 to 28% below 2005 levels by 2025. A recent study by the Chamber of Commerce estimates that it would cost U.S. GDP $250 billion and 2.7 million jobs by 2025. And by 2040, it could cost the United States economy $3 trillion and 6.5 million industrial sector jobs. But the good news is that even before the United States entered the Paris Agreement, the United States started making progress to significantly reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. According to the EPA, from 1990 to 2014, U.S. greenhouse gases emissions per GDP declined by 40%, and we are at the lowest emissions levels since 2000. In addition, over the last decade, U.S. greenhouse gas emissions have decreased by 14%, Mr. Chairman, while China's emissions doubled. Sadly, China, the world's largest greenhouse gas emitter, under this agreement, will continue to increase its emissions through 2030 under its enforceable, or unenforceable, I should say, Paris Agreement pledge. Other major greenhouse gas emitters, like Russia, have signed the Paris Agreement but have not ratified it. And instead of doubling down on a pledge that Congress had no role in setting, that will have a potentially catastrophic impact on the United States economy, and which will do nothing, Mr. Chairman, to address China and other countries' growing emissions. We should work on bipartisan legislation to boost research, advance technologies, promote innovation, and develop real solutions. That is why I offer an amendment calling for bipartisan solutions to address this challenge, providing a meaningful role for Congress regarding the Paris Agreement, and requiring our greenhouse gas reduction commitments to undergo a rigorous cost-benefit analysis. Sadly, this amendment failed by party line vote in the committee and the Rules Committee, denying it from even being debated on this House floor. So that, Mr. Chairman, for that and many other reasons, I oppose H.R. 9, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman reserves. The gentleman from New York.